This video is all about custom print-on-demand puzzles. One of my favorite products because it's really easy to sell. You let the customer send you a photo and simply put it on the puzzle. Now you can get more advanced than that. I'll show you a couple examples of me doing that. Okay, we're actually gonna build a print-on-demand puzzle together, and we're gonna study some of the best sellers that are generating right now between $40,000 and $50,000 a month. And that is slated to see an uptick as we get closer to Father's Day. So let's get to it. So first, let's go to Amazon and type in custom puzzle and get an idea of what is currently on offer here at Amazon. Now, it's no surprise that there are more than a few people selling these custom puzzles. It looks like they come in different configurations. In terms of pieces, so 120, 200, 300, 500, up to 1,000. Many of these have the same kind of configuration options. And you can see they span a lot of different niches. Here was one with a pet, but the rest of them seem to be mostly photos of families and, family vacations, significant life events. So it should come as no surprise that, Father's Day is going to be huge for this, whether you want to launch a generic listing or a listing that is specifically SEO optimized for Father's Day. Now, I actually have a better solution for conducting product research. I'm going to jump on over to Seller Sprite. Okay, this is an Amazon research tool that is great for print on demand. It's great for FBA. It's great for all the above. It has modules for running ads. It has just about everything you could need as an Amazon seller. Now, the reason I'm jumping over here into the product research section is because we're going to look for, under include keywords, we're going to type custom photo puzzle. And then before we search, we're gonna go to exclude keywords. We're gonna type the word frame because when I was prepping for this video, I felt like that made the results better. Okay, now we've got our search results. Okay, now we're gonna get some that are not exactly what we're looking to sell. That's fine. These two I'm just gonna ignore, but these two on the left-hand side look right in line with the opportunity that we're trying to learn about, engage the potential of. So let's see. And by the way, when we look at Amazon, all you see are the products, the thumbnails, etc. What you don't see is this data right here in Seller Sprite telling us how many units sold in the last 30 days, how much revenue was generated, the price point, when the product was launched, the rating, how many variations it has, etc. So this first one, and really the first two, they're both from the same product listing. You can tell because the units sold projection is the same, 1,628, and the variations is 6, okay? And the price point is the same as well. But also there's a little icon right here that takes you straight to the Amazon listing, and you can view it here on Amazon. So you can see that they're selling a 24-piece puzzle, which is not many pieces, a 500-piece and a 1,000-piece. And then they split it by portrait and landscape, which makes me think that's why we're seeing, two separate variations of the same parent listing. You can tell they're separate because the ASIN is different on each. Okay, so if you look closely, it is different. And if you didn't know, on Amazon, when you click variations, child variations, look at the URL bar in your web browser. You can see that it does actually switch to ASIN. So they all have unique product IDs. But you can see here the sales projection is the same. So that's great. On the high end, we can project up to $57,000 a month in revenue. I mean, that could retire some people. Maybe not retire, but you know what I mean? That's probably enough money to live off of. You don't need to be making but a 10% profit margin to be bringing in about $6,000 a month. Like, that's pretty good, right? I know a lot of people could live off that. And then, ideally you would expand your catalog and diversify so you're not solely reliant on that one listing. But to be clear, you could go through, Printify's entire catalog and maybe not find a bunch of products that can do, what these puzzles are doing in terms of revenue on the high end. So let's scroll and look at some other ones. So next we have a puzzle that is, again, a custom puzzle, custom photo puzzle. This is doing 1,049 sales in the last 30 days. Bringing in about $21,000 in revenue, and it has 10 variations, okay? So, and by the way, if you click any of these, it does trigger an additional data table, and you can actually look at the sales breakdown monthly, okay? Over the past, it looks like, 8 months? So you can see in October 2024, they did 300 sales. November, that jumped to 7,200. So they probably spent quite a bit on ads if I had to guess. Look at this listing in October, 308 sales, 5,800 in revenue. 1 month later, 7,241 sales. Yes, you heard that correctly. 140,000 in revenue. On Amazon, guys, that is possible. If you're willing to spend it, you can purchase the visibility, build the sales velocity, from ads, and then you don't have to run ads anymore. I mean, I probably would, but you're going to boost your organic rank and start generating organic sales, even as a new listing. But once you get reviews as well, it really helps your conversion rate, and you can increase your price point too. I mean, also look at the average price here in Seller Sprite. When they first launched, or at least, I mean, I don't know if that's when they first launched, but yeah, it says date available October 23rd. Yeah. So when they first launched, they had that introductory price point of $18.99. In November, they increased it, not by much, but 25 cents. I mean, it's something. $19.24. Then it jumps to $19.99 where they've kept it. Okay. And it does have variations. So this is looking at a specific variation, but absolutely crushing. I mean, they went from 5,800 in October, 140,000 in November, 320,000 in December of 2024. Just showing you what's possible, guys. We're using Seller Sprite. This is real data based on the Amazon BSR, which is public. So no excuses. I mean, if they can do it, we're certainly capable. At least that's how my brain operates. And you can see, obviously, they fell after December down to 59,000 in January, 47,000 in February, 40,000 in March, 21,000 in April. So it has been declining, but it also shows you on the high end what is possible. And when you see a decline, don't be alarmed. It could be due to inventory issues, could be due to not running as much ads. Like, there's a lot of reasons why, okay? It all depends on the product, the niche, etc. The seller, right? So it looks like, I'm just going to go off of the seller name, and it looks like the next few variations are the same seller, the same listing. It did say 10 variations. You know, I'm seeing the same number of units sold, so I'm going to keep. But by the way, you can see in Seller Sprite the data on each variation. So 21,000, this variation, 31,000. The next 12,000, 31,000, 25,000, 16,000. All right. So some of these are selling better than others, probably different either sizes or pieces configuration. I think this one is out of stock currently on Amazon. Yeah, it says currently unavailable. They might have unpublished ahead of Mother's Day because they're not going to be able to, or maybe it was the tariffs, honestly. It could be that too. It did look like they were fulfilling from China, or at least the seller, you can see, is based in China. So it's possible that had something to do with that. So that could also be an opportunity. If you're using Printify, you can fulfill from the United States and capitalize on the increased opportunity. Because look, we just looked at, this guy was doing 300,000 plus just a few months ago in December. He's not competing right now. So if you launch a new puzzle, that's one less person for you to directly compete with. Okay. Some other ones here. This did 400 sales in the last month, 5,568. Got a really low price point there, but I'll show you actually Printify. Let's jump on over here to Printify. So their puzzles come in configurations of 110 pieces, 252 pieces, 520 pieces, and 1,014 pieces, okay? The price point starts with Printify Premium at only $5.92, and if you click provider info, you can actually get the pricing on all of them. So I'm going to be looking at Printify Premium because I have Printify Premium myself, and I have a code. If you aren't on Printify yet, use the code in the description and the link to start your free account. It only takes a minute. Get a free month. Right? So you're getting the lowest fulfillment possible as we head into Father's Day to maximize your profits. What's not to love? All right. 110 pieces cost you $5.92. 252 pieces is $8.89. 520 pieces is $11.84. 1,014 pieces is $20.14. Okay. So the biggest configuration is only $20.14. I feel like if we were to compare that to the best seller over here in Seller Sprite right here, which we know is in stock and currently being sold. So they're charging $34.99 for their 1,000-piece option. So if we were to sell that using Printify to fulfill, that's about, let's just round up and call it $15 profit. Now you're gonna have to pay the Amazon referral fee, but you're still looking at over a $10 profit per sale. Jumping back over to Seller Sprite, looking at this listing, if you're doing 1,600 sales in a month, you know, add a zero, you're looking at like $16,000 profit. Now, this is not exact. Like, we don't know how much money is being spent on ads. And, you know, you can expect that, yeah, there's competition. You probably do need to run ads to rank #1 on Amazon. Because if you don't run ads, somebody else does. And by you not running ads, you're making it cheaper on them to run ads. So it wouldn't be all profit. But it's worth mentioning. Like, we're looking at real data here thanks to Seller Sprite. And this can be done. We're going to jump over to Printify in just a second, but there's one more module in Seller Sprite I wanted to show you first. It is the keyword research module. All you have to do is come down here to keywords. I'm going to type in custom puzzle. What it does is it looks for long tail keywords associated with your query. This is perfect for SEO, search engine optimization, especially for new listings where you're trying to help Amazon understand what you're selling when you don't have sales. You don't have any sales history, you don't have reviews. You can see custom puzzle comes up number 1, and you can actually see the products that rank at the top of these keywords. And if you want to view it on Amazon, just click and it takes you here, okay? Number 2, custom puzzle, picture puzzle custom. Number 3, custom name puzzle. Number 4, custom puzzle for kids. Number 5, custom photo puzzle. And number 6, custom puzzle 1,000 pieces. So showing us that the 1,000 pieces configuration is the most popular on a relative basis at least, and also probably has the highest profit margin. So I love seeing that. Coming back over here to Printify, what you're gonna wanna do is, assuming you have your Amazon seller account, you integrate it with Printify, okay? And that's like 2 clicks. It's very simple to do. Then you're gonna be able to upload a puzzle, and you have the option of automated fulfillment if you don't offer custom. If you do offer custom, you're gonna have to be a little bit more active, but it's a great way to set yourself apart, and also leads to happier customers because they get exactly what they want. By the way, I did a 40-minute tutorial on how to set up Amazon custom with Amazon Seller Central and Printify's integration. I'll link to that in the YouTube cards right here. It is on YouTube. It's completely free. It's really good, step by step. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna hit start designing so we can design our first puzzle. Now, the first thing you might want to do is over here on the right-hand side, under select variants, just make all of the different variants that you want to offer available. Now, if you're going to offer both horizontal and vertical in the same listing, you could check all of them. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to keep them all horizontal and show you the easiest way to do this. Next, you need to upload your photo. So one website that you can use to get a placeholder photo would be pexels.com, which is owned by Canva. I think I typed in like father and son and found some photos. The photos here you can use without, having to go request a license or anything like that. So I'm not selling them. I'm just using them in my mockups, my theoretical mockups, by the way, for this video. So what I did is I uploaded some photos here that we can use, like this one, which is optimized for a horizontal puzzle. Okay. So you can see it's the father and son. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna extend it out to the edges. That's the 110 piece. If I want to preview the 252, I just click that. If I want to preview 520, click that. Preview 1014, click that. All right, it all looks good to me. You can get an additional preview by hitting the preview tab in the top right, and then you're able to see what the mockups will look like. So that's the front. This is the back. This is what they call context 1. So this would not be like the primary mockup. This would just be extra in our product listing. And then here's context 2, which I think they did a great job with, showing what the puzzle looks like when it shows up. Okay, you can see that they put the finished photo there on the box as well, so you can use that as your clue. But yeah, this is great. Now, if I go back to edit, I did want to leave you guys with a suggestion. You can offer, if you choose to use ChatGPT, okay, to potentially change the images, the photos that they send you. So what I did is I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to take that same photo and turn it into a watercolor painting. And I think it did a great job. I mean, check that out. Look at it for yourself. It was literally as simple as me uploading it to ChatGPT and said, hey, make this a watercolor painting. And it gave me this result. Okay, I didn't have to run it more than once. That was the first try. Or you could do something simple like say, hey, turn this into a sketch. Same thing, simple prompt on ChatGPT. I uploaded the original image and it generated the sketch that you see here. So these are just a couple ideas, ways to try to stand out from the competition, set yourself apart, maybe even command a higher price point on Amazon, of course, because we're doing this for the profits, right? We're trying to make some money here. Getting sales is one part of the equation, but we also need to lock in some profits. When you do something like this, that's a great value proposition if you ask me. So after that, guys, you simply hit save product. The next screen shows you the mockups. You have the ability to kind of configure what you want in terms of making its way over to Amazon. You can hit save select in the bottom right corner, okay? And it should then take you to where you set your SEO. So this is where we could jump back over here to Seller Sprite, and most likely, where was it? Picture puzzle custom. We could say something like that. If I'm doing this slanted towards Father's Day, my first few words I'd probably make related to Father's Day. So Father's Day, then I'm just gonna paste picture puzzle custom. It may seem weird, but you saw that. I mean, this is real data here in Seller Sprite saying picture puzzle custom is being searched, okay? That is what people are typing into the search bar. It's not exclusively, it's just one example. And then you can see down here, we can kind of combine custom puzzle 1,000 pieces. Okay, so picture puzzle custom 1,000 pieces, okay? Now, obviously we can offer, and we will offer, multiple variations, but it's worth mentioning in the title. And actually, I mean, we could say 1,000 pieces and make that the primary in terms of the child variations, but then also still offer down here the other configurations, 110 pieces, 252, 520, and then finally 1,014. So that's really it, guys. I mean, here you set your profits. Again, I would probably say don't go into maximum profitability with a new listing. I'd make your pricing competitive. Just like that listing we saw on Seller Sprite, they increased their profits as they built sales velocity. So they're enticing people to purchase from them and not their competition when they have lower price points. I would say with new listings, that's a really good idea. As you get the ball rolling, you get more sales, you get customer reviews, then you can increase your price. So that's really it, guys. What do you think about selling puzzles for Father's Day and of course beyond Father's Day for any major life event? Puzzles are easy. Amazon Custom is easy. Check out my 40-minute tutorial that I dropped earlier this month. It walks you through step by step. If you haven't tried, you may think, oh, that sounds like a lot of work. It's as hard as we make it on ourselves. I love the idea of letting a customer simply upload a photo. We either use it as is or we run it through ChatGPT. It takes like 1 minute and then sell it on a puzzle. It's like copy paste, guys. So what's not to love there? Anyways, check out Seller Sprite, linked at the top of the description. Check out Printify so you can get selling these puzzles and lock in great profit margins. And that's really it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.